I understand though that you have a secret interest, which is audit durations.
Yeah, I love audit durations. What can I say?
Welcome back to our series with NQA. I've come down to NQA and I'm talking to a whole range of different people. I've met with Laura Fletcher, who's the MD, with Amber Dixon, who's the Sustainability Assurance Manager, with Archie Gemmell, who's the Field Director, and now I'm here with Matt Barker, who does have the longest job title in the world. Matt, tell us your job title.
I'm the Information Security and Privacy Certification Manager.
There we go. Now, I understand though that you have a secret interest, which is audit durations.
Yeah, I love audit durations. What can I say?
Tell me, when people phone up for a quote, when NQA do a quote, then you're like the main man behind determining how long audits can be.
So yeah, I mean, in that situation, I'd probably speak to one of the sales guys first, or perhaps one of the client execs. But then I work away in the background to put together that process in place, so that everyone can give out the quotes, basically.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a question that we're always asked. It's probably I do some teaching at Cranfield, and it's probably the biggest question that's on everybody's lips is how long is my audit going to be? So what's the process your end? Where do you start? Where do you take your information from?
Okay, yeah, so basically how we work out the audit duration is kind of dictated to us in a way from the IAF, from ISO, from UCAS. But essentially it would start with the number of employees that the company has under their control, and then we'd look at kind of various inputs, the risk complexity, how intricate the business activities are, what sectors they operate in, and from that's a very kind of high level overview, but from that you can kind of work out whether they would need to have an increase in duration or perhaps a reduction.
Right, okay. So, that's very much based on risk of the organisation. So, short answer is that the higher the risk, the longer the audit, the lower the risk, the lower the audit.
Yeah.
Okay. And do the schemes do they differ? So between 9001 and say 27001, would a company of the same size might have a longer audit for 27001 than for 9001? Is that true? Or
again, there's many factors that go into it. So 9, 14, 45 are mandated by MD5. Which is a mandatory document from the IAF.
Right.
ISO 27006 dictates the durations for 27001. They do kind of work off the same client duration tables, but again, there's kind of different factors and justifications that can be used to determine the final days.
Yeah. So the IAF is the International Accreditation Forum, and they sit up there with ISO. So ISO make all the standards by committee, and then you've got the IAF that determine how the quality of all the audits. So that's determined by that.
Yeah.
So I guess with the 27001, a higher risk company might have more complex sort of like infrastructure, networks, websites, data sources, that sort of thing.
Absolutely, that. They might have multiple sites as well. The complexities of what they do, the intricacies of what they do, all go into to make that the durations.
Yeah.